I almost killed a famous rock star's brand new puppy, and I didn't even know it until I got a phone call. Working in pest control, I've seen some crazy things, but nothing compares to the day I thought I accidentally killed a rock star's dog. And no, this isn't clickbait, so make sure y'all stay to the end and leave a comment and subscribe. I've been working in pest control for about a year and a half, and on this day, it was a normal day. I was halfway through my route this day. I get a stop added to me towards the end of my shift. At first, I didn't think much of it. I thought it was just a regular service having to deal with rodents. I get to their house, and first thing I noticed, this is a nice house. It was a big house in a really nice neighborhood. And when I go to knock on the door, the wife answers, but the husband wasn't there. So I didn't think much of it. I go in, speak to her, tell her what I'm going to be doing to help out with the rodents. And as I'm going to do my regular service, I notice in one of the rooms, there's just posters and records hanging on the wall for the owner. And for me, I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. So I search him up halfway through my service, and I notice that he's a famous rock star, and I noticed that he's a famous celebrity. So I'm like, okay, this is pretty cool. I'm at a celebrity's house. I'm gonna make sure I do a good job. First 2-3 weeks I'm there, we're putting out traps and traps and traps. This rodent is just smart as fuck. It does not get caught on any of the traps I set up. Like, I even had a few that were set off and the food was gone, but there was nothing on the traps. Come in on the 4th week, the wife and the husband are both tired of this issue and they want it really gone ASAP. So me trying to do the best I can, I tell them I'm gonna put some bait in the attic, and with that should get rid of the rodent. Now keep in mind, these people have a nice garden in their backyard with vegetables and everything. In my mind, I'm thinking, okay, this rodent is either eating the food in the garden and then nesting in the attic. After I put out the bait, I go on about my day. Couple days pass on. I haven't heard nothing from the customers. So I'm like, all right, cool. The rodent either has been caught or they haven't seen anything recently. But this is where things start to take a turn. So one day I'm at a stop. One of my account managers pulls up with me. We're doing a service at this one lady's house for ants. The guy tells me, oh yeah, and guess what? Remember that famous celebrity's house you did? And I was like, yeah, what about it? He was like, oh, so they ended up catching the rodent. And I'm like, okay, that's great. Like, awesome for them. They don't have to deal with it as long as they seal up all the entry points. Like, yeah, but that's not all. So the rodent ended up getting into that bait you put up there. The dog got into it, into the dead rat. When he told me that, my heart dropped. I was like, oh no. Did I kill their dog? He told me that they're at the vet right now because the puppy dog, was chewing on the rat. Whenever he told me that, I almost shat my pants. Thought I was gonna get sued, I was going to get fired or something. And after a couple days, the customer ended up calling back and telling us that the dog was fine and that they appreciate everything we did for them. Thankfully, the dog ended up being okay. It was one of the biggest scares I've ever had at work, and I've seen some crazy stuff. Since then, I've been extra careful with what I put out for rodents and checking in with customers to make sure their pets are in a secured area. But out of all the crazy things I've seen doing pest control, I never thought my biggest panic would involve a famous rock star's puppy.